this morning I have the pleasure of being joined by Johanna Braddy and Jacob Artist. They are two of the stars of the upcoming vertical entertainment film, The Get Together. Thank you for your time to the both of you.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having us.
Excited to be here.
You know, this film, it was really surprised me in the way that when I first looked at it, just kind of reading the book by its cover, I thought I was going to get more of like a American Pie-esque type get together, you know, where everyone's just being wacky and things happen, and there's a little bit of a subplot. There's a lot more commentary about growing up than I expected, and a lot of it comes from both of your characters. Johanna, you played Betsy, and Jacob played Damien.
She plays both.
Do you guys, this starter, do you guys want to just tell me a little bit about your characters before we get into it a little bit more?
Sure.
Yeah.
You want to go for it?
Yeah. So I think, like you said, they're all kind of at this moment in their lives where they're kind of figuring out like what the next step is going to be. And so Damien is in a relationship with Betsy, and they're kind of at this pivotal part of their relationship where he wants to propose to her, and he wants it to all go well, and he wants to make everybody happy. And it sort of kind of ruins him a little bit because it makes him really anxious and really like all over the place. And he just wants everything to kind of work out the best that it can, you know?
And Betsy, I feel like she, grew up in this town her whole life, had the same friends for so many years, then moved off to New York and started this great, different new life with Damien. And then she comes back and starts to realize that, oh, maybe I've changed and I don't necessarily fit here anymore. And then that gives her some anxiety and second guessing of things. And it's just this moment of, coming to terms with who she is now and what she wants her life to look like moving forward.
I'm going to be honest, Jacob, at first when I met your character, I thought he was going to be just that douchey outsider that's going to try to ruin everything. And by the end of it's going to get pushed out because, he's just not part of that group as Betsy was. Yeah. But as the movie develops, I learned that a lot of your attitudes and some of the things you do is because you're nervous,
Yeah, I mean, you kind of see all of the anxiety, all of the stress on his face, and it only builds as the story kind of unfolds. Mm-hmm. It's like one thing happens and it's worse than the next and worse than the next and worse than the next. And he just like wants it to go well. And you kind of see everything happening to this poor guy who's just trying to propose to his girlfriend,
And I think it's really good character development for a film that's just, really a comedy. Some of the things are a little over the top, of course. The pool scenes are so funny, but it fits, and I thought it was really well done. So I just want to give you kudos to that. Johanna, as for your character, some of the questions I want to ask you, I cannot because I don't want to give away the film. But what is it like for your character? Is there something really wrong with venturing out and discovering that maybe you're bigger than the place you used to live in?
No, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I do think it's a common thing that people struggle with, but it's not really talked about. So many people do leave their homes and have big aspirations, and then they start wondering who they really are and where they fit. I don't think it's a bad thing at all. I guess, and not to give anything away, I don't think we ever really say if she's fully figured out where she's meant to be. It's kind of left open-ended and to, spark conversations after the movie's over.
Absolutely. But I do feel that by the end of the journey that we see in the film, that she has an idea that she's okay with who she has become, and she's ready to take the next step. And yeah. I thought that was great. It's funny because it seems like such a laid back film. And I was really curious, what is it like for actors to be in a film that really is just supposed to be just like a whole night that's just a chill vibe that honestly it seems like it could be in any place in America?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I didn't feel like it was really chill. I was like stressed the whole time because this guy is stressed throughout this whole journey. But I think I just like that it had a lot of heart, you know, like it is a comedy and it's so much fun and it's entertaining, but the anchor piece is each of these characters do have a lot of depth with their emotions, and like it just has a lot of heart. Like you feel the sort of interior world of all of these characters, I feel.
Yeah, I don't think either of our characters were having a chill night. I think
Yeah.
some of the other party goers had like the best night of their lives. I think we were struggling with some stuff.
Did you guys get to actually have necessarily a party on set afterwards like that, and just like, all right, you know what, cut, enjoy the night, or did you guys break
Well,
it down?
we shot through the night, so we did all night shoots. So it kind of was like, cut, the sun's coming up.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, that pulling that curtain back a little bit is kind of depressing. It's like, yeah, no, I gotta go to bed. Screw this.
No, I
But-
mean,
It worked.
no, yeah.
That's great. So what would you say about, because I feel like you and McCall have a similar, we've already been talking a little bit about it, you know, just aspirations to get out. And do you think that your character feels a little guilty too by coming back and seeing that some of your friends are in the same place?
Yeah, I think there's a lot there. Clearly she hasn't kept in touch with people like she maybe should have or wanted to. And I think there's major guilt there with her and her, you know, her old best friend, the Sky character. But that stuff does happen a lot. But also, like, I don't think she should be judging anyone else, because not everyone has huge aspirations to move and change their life so big, you know? Yeah, I don't know.
Would you guys say it's this film really is it could spark a conversation, especially like, well, me and my age, I'm 32, of kind of looking back at those party years and wondering, where am I in life now? Is this where I want to be? And if so, is it time for a change? Is that maybe what you guys are hoping people take away from it?
I think so. Yeah. I think it's kind of putting a magnifying glass on any important moment in your life that takes time to think about, and what happens next, and looking back at the past. And I think, yeah, all of those things, you know.
Yeah, and I think there's so many different characters going on different journeys that there's someone for everyone to relate to and see themselves in.
Absolutely. I think it's really well balanced. It was like, Jacob, Joanna, I appreciate your time this morning. You guys are wonderful. I enjoyed the film a lot more than I thought I would. It definitely not your typical cookie cutter, just, you know, comedy. A lot of good stuff, a lot of good conversation starters.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right. Hope you guys have a good one.
All right. You too. Thanks.
Bye-bye.